Hi, Ryan. Parker Dunn for Arizona PBS. I have a couple quick questions for you. The first one is, you're a guy that has a great wrestling background. Moldavsky, on the other hand, has a jiu-jitsu background. Those two skill sets certainly clash one way or another in the octagon. What have you learned from past fights that will help you in this fight should the fight go to the ground?
Yeah, I mean, I think by now we're all kind of versed in all the ground fighting, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all that kind of stuff. I'm a black belt myself. He's more of a sambo guy. I've seen a couple fights of him on his back. He usually kind of just waits to explode, really. And I've been in there with some of the better guys in the world on the ground. Highly decorated black belts, world champions, all that kind of stuff. And so um, I'm totally fine wherever this fight goes, whether standing, not afraid to mix it up, take him down. Um, you know, um, Obviously he's good. I think he's good everywhere. He's good on the ground, he's good on his feet, but I feel like different areas I can exploit for sure.
Ben, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, Ben Davis for Tarpsop Sports. Are you surprised that Bellator's back in Arizona so soon?
Yeah, after the last fight, not the result we wanted, but the crowd showed up. Arizona showed up. Packed the house, and they wanted to come back. And so they gave me a call and asked if it was too soon to get back. In January, I said, "Hell no, let's go." Get a little redemption here in front of the hometown crowd, and they made it a good event, great event last time, and so they're here again.
Given that Moldavsky is undefeated in the United States, what would it mean to break that stat on home turf?
I mean, that doesn't really matter to me as far as being undefeated and all that kind of stuff. It means a lot to me to go out there and defend this and unify this heavyweight title, and I'm looking forward to being back at heavyweight. I've been wanting to fight back at heavyweight for a long time now, and it's been, 2 years, I think. So it's finally nice to go in there, feeling my best, and put it all out on the line. He's obviously a interim champ, great prospect coming up. I had my eyes on him for a while, and so here we are, and get to do it in Phoenix.
Last question I got from you. 38 years young, still going strong. What motivates you to compete at the highest level this deep into your mixed martial arts career?
Yeah, I've been there, done that, done a lot of things, throughout my career. For me, I've always had that drive. I'm competitive. I'm not done yet. I feel that fire still. I feel healthy and I can train the way I need to train to be successful. So for me, it's one of those things where I don't want to look back and say, "Oh man, I had a few good years left or a few fights left in me," when I would have stopped and regretted it for the rest of my life. So I feel amazing, and I don't see any quit here in the near future.
Theodore, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, a couple quick questions for you. I'm just wondering if you got the chance to watch UFC 270 over the weekend, and if so, what did you think?
I didn't. I was actually at an event here, but I saw some highlights. I saw Francis kind of switch up the game plan a little bit after potentially being down 2 rounds and coming back, and it was just shows his growth, and he's not just a knockout artist. But I didn't really see the whole fight, so.
And speaking of Francis Ngannou, there's a real possibility that he becomes a free agent in the near future. Does a possibility of him coming over to Bellator excite you at all as the heavyweight champion?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's he's a scary dude at the end of the day, but we're here for a reason to go out there, get the biggest fights, and that would be a massive fight, and I just love the opportunity for fighters that we have now, as far as there's other stuff out there. We could branch out into different things. There's a lot of, bigger organizations, not just one. And so I'm loving how the landscape is looking for fighters.
And last one for me, there's a bunch of speculation around this fight, and even Scott Coker has fed into this a little bit, that perhaps if you were to win this fight, that a Fedor rematch might be down the line as his send-off fight. Would you welcome that at all if he won this fight?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much. Been focusing on this fight. But it's a Fedor fight, regardless, is big. I don't see how I can do it much better than I did the first time. But being his retirement fight, and just a Fedor fight is something that will always interest me.
Jacob.
Hi, Ryan. Jacob Dietrich with Winners Only Club. We obviously just got to talk to Sully. How much of an advantage do you believe that gives you, that you have someone that's fighting on the same card as you when preparing for this fight? Obviously, he's going to be training and dieting the same amount of time as you would be, hopefully.
Yeah, it's awesome because a lot of times you get guys that are, they come in and help, but they might be they can't go, 3-5 rounds with you. So you got to bring in, 2 or 3 guys for sparring and all that kind of stuff. With having Sully there, he's a high level fighter and one of the better guys, I've trained with. His wrestling's on point and his striking is, pretty damn amazing, at his level, his age, and so to be able to go through camp with him, push each other, gauge ourselves off of each other has been awesome. He's definitely got to watch, here in the future. I think he's going to do really big things.
All right, last one here, Parker.
Hi, Parker again. I just had one more question for you. You're someone who has said that you prefer fighting at the heavyweight weight class, and you just indicated it just a second ago. What kind of impact or advantage does focusing on the heavyweight division give you in particular for this fight?
Yeah, when I was, had both belts and jumping back and forth, and not really, we went through a weird time with COVID and all that, and not really knowing, when the fights were and what weight class, and so I had to be in like this limbo and keep my weight at a certain point where knowing I was fighting at heavyweight, I could get my body used to, being at full capacity again and being able to, train and fuel my body for throughout training camp and feel great. And obviously not cut 25 pounds of water, the week of the fight. As getting older and stuff too, I think that even though I've done it my whole life and it was in the back of my head, I was always like, yeah, we're good, but cutting that water started getting harder and harder. And I feel like I've, it didn't benefit me, as far as when I didn't cut weight, going out there, I feel like I couldn't take the shots I could take at heavyweight, all that kind of stuff. So decided to be back and feel good going into the fight.
All right, Ryan, that was the last one, man. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate you guys.